In this video, we'll be looking at the Forge Fathers for Epic Warpath. Haha. So the Forge Fathers are basically Mantic's space dwarves. They were before Games Workshop did their whatever their updated squat forces are called, and yeah, they've been around since Dead Zone 2nd edition. Technically first, although the amount of stuff they had for Dead Zone 1st edition, not that much. You could say they actually started in Dreadball, more or less. Yeah, but to have them as a fighting force, it was pretty much Dead Zone 2nd edition. They are the most elite force in the Mantic Warpath universe at present, and they are quite expensive. They will work for most people just as long as they can get a deal out of it. But anyone who double crosses them on their deal or goes against the deal, yeah, they hold a pretty big grudge. You will find the Forge Fathers starting on page 84 of the rulebook. The army special rule is Farringer overcomes. Whenever one of your units receives a pin marker, roll a die. On a roll of 5+, the pin marker is immediately discarded. So yeah, like Dead Zone, like Firefight, if you want to try and pin these guys, good luck with that! Their strategic orders. First one is Unnatural Sprinters for 1 point, command point, order point, whatever. When an infantry, heavy infantry or walker unit activates in the movement phase. Increase the unit's advance or sprint move by 3 inch for this activation. This cannot be used when the unit activates to leave a transport with a free activation or in the normal turn sequence. So, if you're getting out of a building or into a building, you can use it then. I mean, unlike Dead Zone 5, unlike Firefight, these do move pretty fast actually. They do move pretty dang fast. I mean, they've got the normal movement of 5'8". Or if you're Brocker, you've got a move of 6'9", so it's not like they're slow at all. But increasing their advance or sprint by 3 inch gives them a the normal Steel Warriors, for example, of a move of 8'11", so that is pretty good. Next is Tis But a Scratch for 2 points. When the enemy attacks this unit with a shooting shooting or in assault, right, if they're being shot or if they're being attacked essentially. Spend the command point before the enemy player rolls the dice to hit. The unit gains a save of 6+ value when resolving this attack, or if it already has a save, it can re-roll any failed save results. That's pretty good. I mean, if used on Hammerfist Drop Troops or Forge Guard, they've got a save of 7, so it's just you got a re-roll. But you can use it on vehicles as well, which is quite interesting to know. I mean, you could use it on the Jotun weapon platforms, because why not? You could, I mean, is there anything that hasn't got... Oh yeah, you could use it on anything that's got a save, yeah, re-rolls it. So on the Super Heavies, they've got a save of 5, re-roll it, re-roll that 5+ save. It is expensive, but allowing you to keep them in the fight a bit longer, yeah, always good. Finally is Born Fire for 1 command point. When an infantry or heavy infantry unit shoots ranged weapons. What was you going to shoot? Instead of using the unit's normal weapon profile, they use the profile below. So basically, the unit's throwing incendiary grenades. 9 inch 1 dice, AP 1, ignores cover, pinning. So any infantry or heavy infantry unit in the Forge Fathers can have a weapon that ignores cover and pins. I mean, come on. I mean, there's some stuff that's going to be better, but in a pinch, if you want to pin a unit, that's nothing to. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Their army nerve value is 5+, and considering what else they've got so far. So troops, starting on page 84. Steel Warriors, infantry type, height 2, unit strength 4/3, 130 points. Speed 5/8, shooter 5, assault of 6, armour 6. Got no keywords. They've got 1 dice in assault, Mark 2 Hellstorm rifle, 12-inch range, 1 dice, AP 1. Yeah, remember how I said that they were the most elite army, but they paid for it being expensive? Yeah, Steel Warriors don't seem that good. They're shooting, they've got AP1 on their shooting at least. I suppose they get enhancements with the orders, I guess, because Steel Warriors are really going to need them. Other than that, I mean, they've got an armour of 6, so they have a bit of durability to them. I mean, 130 points. I mean, how many points were the Enforcer operatives? 160. Okay, so they're 30 points more for 3-inch more range, anti-grav, and an extra dice for shooting and a better close combat capability. Yeah. I'm still not. Yeah. I'm still not impressed, I'm afraid. Next we have the Thorgrim. Infantry type, height 2, unit strength 4/3, 205 points. Speed 5/8, shoot of 6, assault of 4, armour 6. They've got Hellstorm pistols, which are 9-inch range, 1 dice AP1, and heavy 4 jammers for close combat, 2 dice AP3. So these are really good in close combat. I mean, the hit on 4s, the AP3, they could have a go at taking on super heavies. Chances are they won't do much, I grant you, but any chance to get rid of those resilience tokens, it might be worth putting these against. They're 205 points, so they are a little bit expensive, but considering you could do the unnatural sprinters thing or Born of Fire, that might not be a bad one actually. Incendiary grenades, that could be really, useful. Next we have the Wrecker Squad. Infantry type, height 2, unit strength 4/3, 155 points. Speed 5/8, shooter 5, assault of 6, armour 6. They've got Dragon Breath Flamers, which are 9-inch range, 2 dice, ignores cover, pinning. So their Flamers pin units, nice. They haven't got AP, but they've got 2 dice each. So I suppose the incendiary grenades, they've got AP1. But the Dragon Breath Flamers have got an extra dice each, so you're getting 12 dice each at range 9. So at least you don't have to spend an order to get makeshift incendiary grenades out, and they've got 1 dice for close combat. Keep them in the transport because obviously being range 9, he ain't going to be around long if you don't. But I mean, I'd honestly use the Wreckers over the Steel Warriors. Yes, you're getting 3-inch less range and you're not getting the AP, but you're ignoring cover, you're pinning, and you're getting an extra dice, so you're getting 12 dice rather than 6. That's the main reason I'd take them over the Steel Warriors. You're getting more dice. Finally, we have the Brockers infantry type, height 2, unit strength 4/3, 235 points. Wow, they're expensive. Speed 6/9, shoot of 6, assault of 5, armour 5. They've got quick fix vehicles and walkers, so you're giving them they're basically there until the end of the turn essentially. They've also got scouts, so they've got a bit of manoeuvrability. Burst pistols, range 9, 2 dice, and forge hammers, which are assault weapon, 2 dice, AP1. These are an expensive infantry unit, and they shoot on 6s. I think honestly, with how many points they cost, couldn't you not have the shoot at 5? But they do assault on 5s with 2 dice AP1, so it's not like they're that bad, in all honesty. I mean, thing is, Steel Warriors are so cheap, you could have quite a few of them there for taking objectives, and then use a mix of the Thorgrim, Wreckers and Brockers. Brockers are there more for supporting vehicles, really. Wreckers are good for pinning and clearing out buildings, especially against plague and stuff like that. And Thorgrim are there when they get transport, just push them into close combat and just hammer everything. Next to the specialists on page 85, Storm Rage Veterans first. Infantry type, height 2, unit strength 3, 2, 165 points. Speed of 5.8, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armour of 6. I'd have thought they'd have an assault of 5 just because they're veterans. They've got heavy weapons, 2 types, you choose which one to fire. Either the Molnir missile launchers, which are 20 inch range, 1 dice, AP1 and vicious. Or the magma cannons, which are 16 inch range, 1 dice, AP2 and 1 dice in melee. So yeah, they're basically a better version of the Steel Warriors, hence the name why they're veterans. I mean, if you wanted to, what you could do is have the Thorgrims, Wreckers and Brockers to use as your troops, and then if you wanted some shooty unit, use the Storm Rage Veterans as your shooter units to take objectives. They haven't got a high unit strength as the Steel Warriors, so just be careful of that. But you could use them to take on infantry, you could use them to take on vehicles. And they're only 35 points more than the Steel Warriors, so they're not a bad option. Next we have the Hammerfist Drop Troops, Heavy Infantry. Height 2, unit strength 1, 3, 255 points. They're expensive. Speed 5.8, shoot 5, assault of 5, armour 7, save of 7. Heavy armour, orbital deployment to the death. Inferno drills, 9 inch range, 1 dice, AP2, and forge hammers are the same as the Brocker ones. These are pretty good. They are expensive, but they've got heavy armour and they've got a save of 7 and an armour value of 7. So yeah, getting rid of these is going to be a bit of a pain. To the death means they don't take any nerve tests from... don't take any casualties from failed nerve tests from losing a melee. So that's nice. Orbital deployment means you just drop them down and then you roll to see where they scatter, which again, that's nice. Yes, their Inferno drills only got a range of 9, but with that orbital deployment, you're going to get them a lot more closer to where you want them. Next, we have the Valkyries. Bike type, height 2, unit strength 2, 1, 195 points. Speed 12.18, shoot 5, assault of 6, armour 6, save 7 plus. Bike mounted rifles, 15 inch range, 2 dice AP1. I don't know why the Steel Warriors rifles ain't range 15. Am I missing something? Possibly. They've also got 1 dice in assault. Just like the Enforcer jet bikes, these are a outrider harassment unit. You're not using them to take objectives. Well, you could do, I suppose, because they're fast. No, you're using them to pepper enemies. I'd probably take 2 units of these if you're able to, and then just have them going all over the place, peppering enemies. If they die, fine. At least the units that take in objectives don't die. But if they don't get shot at, alright, fine. We'll just keep going round, just peppering you even more. Next, we have the Forge Guard, Heavy Infantry type. Height 2, unit strength 3, 1, 225 points. Speed of 5.8, shoot of 5, assault of 5, armour 7, save of 7. Heavy armour, unflinching. Mark III Hellstorm rifles, 15 inch range, 1 dice, AP1. So that's why I suppose the Steel Warriors have got 12 inch range, I suppose. Forge hammers, same as the Brockers. Forge Guard are pretty good, although I would have rather have liked to have seen 2 dice on the shooting, to be honest. They've got a save of 7 and and a save of armor of 7, save of 7, and heavy armor. And unflinching means they are going to be really irritating to try and get rid of in close combat. The stat wise could have been a little bit better. I would like to have seen them maybe shoot on 4s, but still shooting on 5s. An AP1, it's still not bad. They're more of a really elite, durable close combat unit, really, more than anything else. Although the only assault on 5s, which is a shame, would be nice to shoot assault on 4s, but yeah, it is what it is. Next we have the Halter half-track vehicle type. Height 3, unit strength 20, 120 points. Speed 714, shoot 5, assault of 7, armor 7, save 7 plus. They've got scout. Strange they haven't got heavy armor, but okay. Hellstorm autocannon, 18-inch range, 2 dice, AP1, sustained attack. So they've got 6 dice, 18-inch range, AP1, and if you roll an 8 hit, you roll another dice. Not bad. And then 2 dice in close combat. How many points are the Valkyries? 195 points, and these are 120. I would... the Valkyries get more dice, although these got AP, these got sustained attack and a bit more range and a bit more durable. I would probably take the Halters over the Valkyries just because you're getting the extra range, you're getting the sustained attack, and they're a bit more durable. They're not good in close combat, I grant you, but shooter purposes, I'd say they're a bit better. Next we have the Iron Ancestors. Walker type, height 3, unit strength 2-1, 200 points. Speed 6-9, shoot of 5, assault of 5, armor 8, save of 7 plus. I'd have thought they'd have a save of 6, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. They've got heavy armor, which you'd expect them to have. Twin Hellstorm autocannons, 18-inch range, 3 dice, anti-aircraft, AP1, sustained attack. So there's 3 of them, so that's 9 dice. AP1 with sustained attack, so if you roll an 8 you get an extra 1. And they've got 3 dice, AP2 in close combat, because. So these could really do some damage against aircraft. Oh, plus if there's units transporting in them. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Ooh. Ooh. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. What would I use them for? I mean, in close combat they get 9 dice because they get 3 dice each, and they're AP2, so yeah, they're still pretty good. They're a good damage dealer at close combat and at range, so yeah. And they've got armor 8, so it's not like they're going to be that easy to kill. Finally, we have the Juggernauts. Walker type, height 3, unit strength 2-1, 150 points. Speed 6-9, shoot of 6, assault of 5, armor 7, save of 7, heavy armor. Dragon's Maw with the range weapon, range 9, 3 dice, AP1 ignores cover, vicious, and the power drill and power hammer is their assault weapon, 3 dice, AP2. So they're 50 points less than the Iron Ancestors. Their weapon is half the range. They haven't got sustained attack, but they have got ignores cover. They haven't got anti-aircraft, but they've got vicious, so you get an 8 to wound, you get an extra dice. In close combat, they're just the same, although I would have thought they would have been better in close combat. AP3, I would have thought. But they do hit on 5s in close combat. Oh no, so do the Iron Ancestors. Okay. Their armor isn't as good. Armor value of 7 rather than armor value of 8. So yeah, the Juggernauts do have their uses. I mean, are they cheaper than the Wrecker Squad? The Wrecker Squad is 5 points more. Not as durable, and now I've got to save. I'd honestly go for the Wreckers over the Juggernauts if you want them for the Flamer effect. But in close combat, you might as well go for Iron Ancestors or Thorgrims or something like that. Yeah, the Juggernauts are trying to be a lot of things. I'd make them AP3 in close combat. Otherwise, there's so many things with a lot of AP in the Forge Fathers list, it's a bit hard to justify taking the Juggernauts, unfortunately. So next we have support on page, starting on page 86 no less. Heavy Inferno drills, vehicle type, height 3, unit strength 0, 100 points. Speed 5.8, shoot 5, assault of 7, arm 6, unflinching. Yeah, because they're robots. Inferno cutting lasers, 15-inch range, 2 dice, AP 4. Anti-super heavy unit, anyone? 1 dice in close combat. Yeah, like I say, anti super heavy. I mean, in fact, anti any heavily armoured unit. Because AP4, good luck standing up to that. The only downside is you only get 3 in a unit, so it's only 3 dice. That's why they're only 100 points. But they're shooting on 5, so it's not like it's that bad, really. So, maybe give them a think. Next we have the Brander Urban Assault Vehicles. Vehicle type, height of 3, unit strength 2, 1, 135 points. Speed of 8, 12, shoot of 5, assault of 7, armour 7, save of 6. Heavy armour. Shame it's got no transport capability, but I mean, in this sort of game, I don't think it makes sense. 9-inch range for the Dragon Breath Flamer, 3 dice, AP1, ignores cover. They've got a save of 6, and they've got 2 dice and AP1 for the close combat, so it's worth trying. I mean, they hit on 7s, but maybe. They're just an extreme version of building clearance, really, aren't they? They've got 9 dice, AP1, ignores cover, so yeah. It's pretty good. Armour of 7 with a save of 6, yeah. They are short range, though. Although, I suppose, you could use them for killing off infantry quite effectively. Next we have the Stern Hammer Battle Tank. Vehicle type, height of 3, unit strength 1, 0. The Brander Assault Vehicle's got a unit strength of 2, 1. They could potentially go for taking objectives, perhaps. Anyway, 175 points for the Stern Hammer. Speed 6, 9, shoot of 5, assault of 7, armour 8, save of 6, heavy armour. They've got heavy magma cannons, which are 24-inch range, 2 dice, AP 3, and 1 dice in close combat. I mean, they're 75 points more than the heavy Inferno drills. They've got an extra 9-inch on their shooting. Oh no, the heavy Inferno drills got 2 dice each. Okay, so that's 6 dice. It's worth trying, I guess. Although the Stern Hammer battle tanks have got better armour, they've got a save, they've got heavy armour. Their move's a bit better. Yeah, they've got long range as well. I mean, even if a Super Heavy's got an armour value of 10, you're bringing it down to armour 7, so you're going to have a go, at least. Even if you don't kill it, you're going to have a good go. But against anything else, you're just basically doing a lot of damage, aren't you, really? Next we have the Jotun Weapon Platform. Vehicle type, height 3, unit strength 0, 105 points. Speed of 4, 6, shoot 5, assault of 7, armour of 6. Quad heavy Hellstorm cannons, 24-inch range, 2 dice, anti-aircraft AP1, and 1 dice in close combat. Ronnie? Yes, Renton. Was it you who decided to give these a weapon that's as good as the variant in Firefight? Because, good lord, the Quad Hellstorm autocannon in Firefight has got 8 dice on it, and you just use it to pelt aircraft and kill them. This is the same thing. Although, even against infantry, you are really going to have a good go. They've got 4 dice each, so you've got 12 dice at 24-inch range. The only thing that would make it even better is having pin or sustained attack. I mean, for 105 points, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. I mean, their armour's not that decent, and they're assault on 7s, but you're not getting them into close combat. You're going to shoot whatever tries to get into close combat. You're just going to maybe move once or twice, shoot things, kill a couple of units, definitely kill aircraft, and then if they get charged, great, something else survives, but by then I think they've gonna done a lot of damage. Next we have the Harlock Atmospheric Fighter. Now next we have the Harlock Atmospheric Fighter. Type vehicle, height 6, unit strength 0, 95 points. Speed of 12-20, shoot of 5, no assault, armour of 7, save of 7. They have fly, so you've got 2 in a unit, flies. Twin Hailstorm autocannons, 12-inch range, 3 dice, anti-aircraft, AP1, sustained attack. So they're good against aircraft, but let's be honest, I'd rather take the Jotuns because you get an extra dice, you get an extra range. But the Harlock has got 12-inch movement, so they've technically got... Is it the same? No, they've technically got 2-inch extra range on them, but I'd still take the Jotuns just because you're getting more extra dice. But you are getting sustained attack on the Harlocks, so that's not like they're useless. Plus, they've got better armour and they have got a save, so they have got that going for them. And they're 10 points cheaper, so you're only getting 2 models in a unit rather than 3, so it's 6 dice rather than 12, so I can see pros and cons on both. Say you lose 1 Jotun, okay, I've got 2 more left. Whether it's the Harlocks, if it's a anti-air thing shooting at them, it's really gonna hurt. Yes, you've got an armor 7 and a save of 7, but even then, if it's a lot of dice shooting at you, yeah, I'd rather go with the Jotuns. I think they are overall more safer. Next we have the transports on page 87, starting with the Draka APC. Vehicle type, height 3, unit strength 0, 90 points. Speed of 8-12, shoot of 6, assault of 7, armour 7, save 7+. APC capacity 2, heavy armour. They've got Draka rifles, 15-inch range, 1 dice, and 1 dice in assault. They're a good transport unit. They've got heavy armour, their armour of 7 and a save of 7, and they're fairly nippy for what they are, and they're only 90 points, so they're not bad. They're not bad at all. They're there to just get a unit in and just get them going. Yeah, so next we have the Sturm pattern dropship. So one thing to note is it says brackets 3, which it means 3 models. No, it should say brackets 2, so there's 2 models and each one's got a capacity of 3. It might confuse you a little bit, but that's what it actually means. Vehicle type, height 3, unit strength 0, 95 points, speed 5-8, shoot of 6, assault of 7, armour 7, save of 7. Anti-grav, APC, orbital deployment, Hailstorm point defense, 9-inch range, 2 dice and 1 dice in ramming. It's a shame they can't fly, but hey ho, I suppose. Would I take them over the Drakkars? I suppose orbital deployment, you could deploy units from up high, so you're getting your troops near to objectives a lot more, so maybe. They're only 5 points more than the Drakkars. Yes, the guns aren't as long range, but they've got an extra dice, and let's face it, you're not going to really use transports for shooting purposes, are you? Let's be honest. Plus, they have got anti-grav, so you've got a bit of manoeuvrability on where you place them. Let's say that. Yeah, there's reasons for taking either of them. The Drakkars, yeah, they've got long range on the gun and they're faster, but the Stigruns have got orbital deployment. That's the main reason why you take them. You've only got 2 in a unit models rather than 3, so that is a point against them. So just think of that there when they're being shot at and then units have to come out. Yeah, I'd probably go with the Drakkars overall because I think they're a bit more dependable. Next we have the HQs on page 88. Starting with the Chief Brocker. Command Heavy Infantry. Are they whole infantry? Heavy infantry? Oh no, they're not. Height 2, unit strength 2-1, 45 points. Speed 6-9, shoot of 6, assault of 5, armour 5, save 6+. Command radius 12, quick fix vehicles and walkers. Scout, tactician 1 red, so it's not bad, tactician. Burst pistol 9-inch range 2 dice and forge hammers 3 dice. AP1 sustained attack, can take a single Drakkar as a command transport for 25 points. Why not? These are just cheap HQs to get them out there, and considering how good the commands are, I'd think about it. Although if you want a good command radius, the Forge Lord is better, but we'll talk about him in a minute. The Chief Brocker, you just take a load of them if you want cheap command, which I'd probably think about. Other than that, they're nothing major to write home about. Although in close combat, they've got 3 dice in the assault on 5, so maybe do something close combat. Other than that, I'd just keep them out of harm's range as much as you can, to be honest. Next we have the Huskarl. Command Heavy Infantry type, height 2, unit strength 2-1, 50 points. Speed of 5-8, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armour 6, save of 6. And I thought the assault would be better than that, but hey ho. Command radius 12, cunning, tactician 1, black dice. And I thought the Chief Brocker had a worse command dice than the Huskarl, but again, hey ho. Hellstorm pistol, 9-inch range, 2 dice, AP1 sustained attack, and the Forge Hammer, 3 dice, AP1 sustained attack, and can take a single Drakkar as a command transport for 25 points. It's 5 points more than the Chief Brocker, and to be honest, I'd take the Chief Brocker any day. Yes, the armor value is better. Yes, its shooting is better. But that's really it. You've got cunning on the Huskarl, I suppose. That's in its favour. You've got cunning. Other than that, I'd take the Brockers, the Chief Brocker any day of the week, because you've got the quick fix on vehicles. You've got Scout. Yeah, I know it's only 5 points more, but considering the extra red command dice, you're getting a fair few command points a bit better, I think. Next we have the Forge Lord, Command Heavy Infantry. Height 2, unit strength 2-1, 70 points. Speed 5-8, shoot 5, assault 5, armour 7, save 5+. Command radius 16-inch, cunning, heavy armour, tactician 1 green, nice, to the death. Mark 3 Hellstorm rifle, 15-inch range, 2 dice, AP1 sustained attack. And Forge Hammer, 3 dice, AP1 sustained attack, and vicious, and can take a single Drakkar as command transport for 30 points. Oh, 5 points more than taking it for the other two. Okay. Okay, so it's 25 points more than the Chief Brocker, but what you're getting? You're getting more durability, you're getting a better command radius, an extra 4-inch, so that is useful. Quite useful, can't complain at that. And the Tactician dice is better. You've also got to the death, so if you lose combat, I mean, if you're going to lose combat, you're going to be dead, so I don't get that. I'd maybe take the Forge Lord just because of the command radius and the green tactician dice. But if you want to keep it cheap and you want to take more, I'd go for the Brockers at the minute. The Forge Lord is in second place just because it's more expensive. Finally, for the HQ, we've got the Iron Ancestor Commander. It's Commander Walker. Height 3, unit strength 1. Still can take objectives. Okay. Send 5 points. Speed 6/9, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armor 8, save 6+. Command radius 12, heavy armor, tactician 1 red. Twin Hellstorm autocannons, 18-inch range, 3 dice AP1, sustained attack, and it's forged hammers. It's the same as all the others except it's AP2 because it's an Iron Ancestor. I don't know why it's not got has the Iron Ancestor got anti-aircraft? Yeah, I don't know why the Commander one hasn't got anti-aircraft, but oh well, it is what it is. I'd probably still take the Forge Lord and the Chief Brocker over the Iron Ancestor Commander. The main reason being is that their command is either the same or better than the Iron Ancestor one. The only thing the Iron Ancestor one's doing better is its close combat capabilities. Well, its combat capabilities in general is a lot better. It can't take a transport, but its speed 6/9, so it's not like it's a slouch, but you still can't take a transport, which is a shame. You've got heavy armour, so, and you've got an armour value of 8, so it's not like you're not durable, I grant you, but it's still a little bit, considering what the Forge Lord and the Chief Brocker does. I'd take one of them two over the Iron Ancestor Commander, although the model does look really nice. On to the Super Heavies on page 89. Starting with the Hunger Magma Destroyer, or as I like to call it, Overcompensatron. I'll try and get a picture of the model up, but when you've seen the model and when you've seen what it can do, you'll understand. Super Heavy type, not surprised. Height 4, unit strength 5. So not bad at taking objectives actually. 370 points. Speed 6/10, shoot of 4, assault of 6, armour 10, save of 5. Capacity 6, resilient 1, so 1 resilience token, to the death unflinching. It's got Magma Destroyer, which is 36-inch range, 1 dice, AP3, blast, demolisher, primary weapon. So you could fire it at a separate target to its other weapon and use it to, say, blow up a building. It's only got 1 dice, but it's AP3 blast. So, and it's got demolisher, so you could destroy buildings. You could actually end up trying to have, you could have a go at infantry if you want. It's a blast weapon. Why not? Its other weapon is Hellstorm autocannons, 18-inch range, 8 dice, AP1 sustained attack, so have its autocannons going off for infantry hunting, and then its big gun swivel around. Ah, there's a building. And it has 6 dice, AP1 in close combat, because it's called crushing. And to be honest with the size of it, yeah. Rolling firepower. If this unit sprints, it may swap its action token for a combat token at the end of its move. In the combat phase, this unit may use its combat token to shoot with its Hellstorm autocannons, not the Magma Destroyer, unless it takes part in an assault. So yeah, even if you sprint with this, you can still shoot its 8 shots. And if you get an 8 to hit, you're getting an extra dice. Wow. And you can transport units in it. It's just really good, let's be honest. It's just really good. It's got armour of 10, so you need really good AP to be able to do anything to it. AP1, no. AP2, I mean, good luck, but at least you get in there. AP3, I mean, I think, to be honest, you're going to need AP4. I mean, AP3, maybe. AP4 is I think, the bare minimum you need to be able to at least try and do something on this thing. And next we have the Vidalia Drop Fortress. Command super heavy. Height of 4, unit strength 5, 420 points. It's not cheap. Speed of 5.8, shoot of 5, assault of 5, armor 9, save of 5. So it's a slow-moving battle fortress that can actually do decent close combat. Because it's got capacity 12, command radius 16, orbital deployment, quick fix all types. So infantry, vehicles, you name it, it can do it. Resilience 2, tactician 1 red dice, to the death, unflinching. It's got 4 dragon breath flamers and they're all primary weapons. Each one's 12-inch range, 3 dice, AP1 ignores, covers primary weapon. So you could fire on one target, 12 dice, or you could split fire and pepper stuff, because. And it's got 4 dice, AP1 sustained attack in close combat, because of course. Troop transport, basically this means you can put 2 units in it rather than 1. Armor Fist, this unit can transport a single unit of bikes, vehicles or walkers instead of the 2 units mentioned in the rule above. Yeah, so if you want to keep I've just thought something. You could put a unit of Draka APCs in it, and the Drakas have got a unit in it, so it's like a Russian doll of dwarves. Brilliant. Homing beacon, when deployed using the orbital deployment keyword, this unit will scatter a maximum of 3 inch. So again, considering what else it does, it's not got much scatter. It's not going to scatter that far. There's enemies in cover. Put it over there. Burn everything. I mean, it's not bad in close combat either. It's on 5 with 4 dice, and if you roll an 8, get an extra dice. It is expensive, yeah, but like all super heavies, most of them are anyway. I mean, if you don't want to do the dwarf Russian doll, fine, just put. What you could do is have Steel Warriors loaded in it, so you could get them to take objectives a lot quicker. That's not a bad idea. Thorgrims for close combat capabilities. Again, not a bad idea. There's so many things you could do with the Drop Fortress. It is very versatile. Weaknesses is its short range. Its armor's only a bit less than the Magma Destroyer. Its guns aren't as good overall. But let's be honest, that thing's just there just to push forward, just blow stuff up. The Forge Fathers act a little bit differently than in Firefight and Dead Zone than you might think. I thought they'd be really elite and everything be expensive. There's some expensive stuff as you'd expect, but stuff like the Steel Warriors aren't that expensive really. In fact, they're quite a weak troop. That's why they're quite cheap. However, that means you can take them, and quite a lot of them, because, like I say, they're quite cheap. Their tanks are really decent, and the amount of dice they can get. Their AP game is quite strong, and a lot of units have got AP2 or higher. So heavily armoured stuff is going to worry about Forge Fathers. And their aircraft, they've actually got some. The main weakness is actually, yes, they've got good close combat, but anything that's not good in close combat is quite frail in close combat. The Stern Rage Veterans and the Steel Warriors spring to minders being really weak in close combat, so you want to keep them out of there as much as possible. But they are a pretty decent army. If you play them similar in most cases like you do in Dead Zone and Firefight, I think you will get good success out of them. It's just the Steel Warriors, I wish they were so much better. But hey, that's just me. If you can make them work, let me know. I'd like to know about it. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.